The Zeta RA system has been configured to export some of its most valuable exports. Now let's tidy up at home while we wait for key research items to finish up. Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Dyson Sphere Program in our Alpha Andromedae series. So as I mentioned at the end of the last episode, we are going to head back to Alpha Andromedae 2. Once I can find it. Hold that thought. There it is. We're going to head back this way. And mainly just do a little bit of housekeeping. We have a number of research items queued up above. We have drone engine, which is going to give construction drones more flight speed, obviously. We have solar sail life, which will allow solar sails to last longer. Handy, since we have that gap in our solar sails due to the seasonal tilt of the planet. And hold that thought, because we are arriving in Alpha Andromedae. I'm going to steer a little bit and try and land us. Here we go. Boys are back in town. Let's drop into place here. So, as I was saying, we also have ray transmission efficiency. So this will allow us to extract a little bit more power because less solar energy will dissipate as the solar energy is absorbed from the Dyson swarm and also from the Dyson sphere once we have one. Vertical construction, so additional layers for storage and labs. Logistics carrier capacity, which will affect logistics bots, drones, and vessels. Logistics carrier engine, which we have 2 levels queued up. And yes, I could move this to the front of the queue. I'd have to do it manually, remove these things, and then re-add these. But all of these items are things that I'm going to need regardless. And once I knock out this option and this option, we have a couple in a row, 3 in a row, 4 in a row, actually, which do not require information matrices. Information matrices are, of course, our most complex research matrix. So because of that, we will be able to rely on the structure matrices. Ironically, as I'm saying this, I'm realizing we have a backstock in information matrices, but not in structure matrices. Why is that? What are we short on? Let's see if we can find out. No, it looks like we're producing them just about as fast as we can. That's very fascinating. So what I would like to do... Yeah, these items are not going to take a long time. We've got, especially once we get these 4 in a row, they're smaller research projects, and especially one of them is a logistics carrier upgrade. And then the very last one, which will give our logistics vessels the ability to warp, will be... Those will require the information matrices, the purple cubes. And with any luck, we will have that done by the end of this episode if we don't hit any hitches. But what I want to do in the meantime, and the reason I'm not just going to move stuff to the front, is that I want to make sure that this colony that I have set up right now, not really a colony, but this base, this production apparatus, is set up to export properly. So let me first plug some things in here. Also, am I not receiving any... That's interesting that I'm not receiving any energetic graphite here. Let's find out why that is. I'm going to empty out my inventory and just take care of a whole bunch of extra stuff. What's happening here? Ah, we are backed up on fuel, ironically enough. Oh, wow. Hold on. Alright, if we're backed up on fuel, then what I have to do is burn more of it. Alright, so hold that thought. We're once again getting derailed. It's happened plenty. You're used to it. At least there's some good music to listen to while it's happening. So I will go ahead and re-expand. Oh, hello. That was not pretty. So there are a couple of buildings that I want to make sure are fully automated. One of them is wind power, because we saw on Zeta RA that I needed a bunch of wind turbines, but I don't necessarily have a bunch of wind turbines. So we'll have to address that. Drone engine level 4 research is complete. So there's one research project down. And again, the next ones after solar sail life are going to go even faster. Let's address this issue. I don't think I actually have... Yeah, perfect. Let's just have you bring me some stuff. I could technically have a couple of these set up and have twice as many drones bringing me that stuff. That's okay, though. I've got a little bit of fuel in my inventory, so I would really just like to tidy things up a bit. I've got so much extra stuff that I'm just lugging around, and if I fly around for a moment and drop off some things, it seems to me like that would actually be a good thing to do. Seems like we're a little bit short on graphene, but that will not be as much of a problem once we are importing fire ice more reliably. So I'm not super concerned about that. Okay, do I have any graphene on me? I do not. It looks like I can probably I can just deal with some of this problem by producing basic ingots. I also have some kimberlite ore. There's an easy solution for this too. Let's come over here. We have some of the things that are needed for the production of additional outposts on this solar system and beyond. We have some of these things automated. For example, this particular item here, the smelter. Let's go ahead and take... I don't know why I have a slot for these. That doesn't make sense. I think I'd rather have a slot for smelters. And that's a lot of smelters, by the way. So how big is a single stack? 50? So let's say that I want to have 200. And then have the rest just be dropped off. So now they're going to bring me those. Oh, they've already brought them. Nice. So what I can do with these is I can come over here. Where are you? Yeah, we've got a lot of diamond being dumped out here. I can lay down 2 additional smelters real quick. I'm just going to get rid of the kimberlite ore that I have. This is a temporary solution. We'll have to come back and delete these later. And see, now I can just unload that kimberlite ore there. I can even take it one step farther. Let me see if I have room to put a storage down. I do. Beautiful. See, now I can just put all of it there. This is the most temporary thing I've done on the base in a while, but it's just to get some stuff out of my inventory without having to fly to an entire separate solar system, which seems a little bit excessive. And now we're good. So we'll be set for diamonds for a while there. I have some... Okay, I also need to make some energetic graphite. Let's do that. I have this box over here of things that's just been sitting here for most of the series. It's hilarious. Oh, no, no, no. No, no, I didn't want you to do that. Alright, and so now I also have some silicon ingots, or rather, what is it, refined silicon? They call it something different, high purity silicon. These are copper ingots, these are iron ingots, but the exact same icon for silicon has to be high purity silicon. Titanium ingot, see, you know. Can't you just... I realize that silicon can't make ingots, it's a different sort of substance. But I'm just complaining a little. Is that okay? Is that allowed? Can I point out how silly and inconsistent that is, even though it makes perfect sense in some ways? Would you mind? All right, cool. Thanks. So I can probably offload stuff here too. Yeah, totally. All right, so that's a good amount of the stuff. Why do I have so much energetic graphite? What do I have set here? At least 1,000. No, I want at least 100. There we go. And then let's have you collect the excess. Let's see if all of these are set up right, because now I'm looking at some of these and I'm like, did I, like, set these up correctly? Let's have you collect any excess, please. Sometimes I wish it would allow this slider to move in beyond the first slider. The reason being, like, I want it to actually... Like, if you're using Icarus to gather resources, you could set up the bots to... I mean, I suppose what you could do is you could just set the collect all the way to 0, and that way anything in your inventory would always get taken. That's one way to do it. But I think sometimes there'd be utility for having at least a minimum in your inventory. And maybe I'm overthinking it. Maybe that's exactly the capability that I have, or for whatever reason. This might just be me still adjusting to those mechanics being present and learning exactly how they work and giving you my stream of consciousness as my brain wraps its head around how exactly it's implemented. Brain wraps its head? As I wrap my head around, you know what I meant. It's my first recording of the day. I'm a little sleepy. If I slur some words or otherwise act confused, just have a little giggle and everything will be okay. It does seem like we're a little bit light on... Yeah, look at this. Oh, it's iron. Yeah, basic iron shortage. Let's figure out what we can do about that, because that is an easy problem to solve. I think we still have a lot of... Yeah, we have close to 2 million iron still on the surface. And see, there's an iron vein right there that hasn't been tapped. So let's go ahead and work on that. So nice to see my inventory emptying out just a little bit. All right, so if I do, let's say... 3 separate mines. Ooh, that's a 10x. I love it. I love it. All right, so let's put you there. And then if I can just use... Looks like I can just connect one directly like that. Perfect. Now... Looks like we have some iron coming in here before it gets proliferated, so this is a perfect spot to plot down a splitter. As I almost rebuild the line. Alright, there's that. Same thing here. Let's go ahead and... connect that. Wait. Wrong. There we go. Alright, so this might solve the metal shortage on its own. I can always find an additional deposit and just have it do the same thing. It's probably a good idea. I may also just be able to set up additional mines on the deposits that I have. That could be the main issue. So let's take a look at that. Alright, so we have... Yeah, this one could probably stand to be moved. So let's do that. Because we have that one... There we go. Perfect. So now we're actually mining both of those nodes, whereas before only one node was being mined. That partially solves the problem. And then where else are we bringing in iron? Alright, so it's coming in firmly from there. What about over here? Okay. Oh, interesting. I see. So this is actually the splitter for these two. Got it. So yeah, I think that more or less solved the problem then. Glad I caught that, because that would have slowed down our research. It might have already been slowing down our research, and I just hadn't caught it just yet. But it was literally in the process of happening. That shortage probably wasn't around for for longer than an episode or two. That would be my guess. All right, let's see what else I can drop off here. I do have some steel that I can probably get rid of now. There we go. That was easy. The tab key is a beautiful thing. Can we just agree on that? It is an amazing and beautiful thing. Also, what's going on over here? Ooh. Do we have an oil shortage? We do. Still. I know I built those back up, but still. That's crazy. Hang on. Can I potentially... No, that's not going to go higher. And you're currently offloading, right? Yeah, you are. All right, so it seems like I'm going to need to expand even more, which is fine. I can do it, but I just need to be burning more oil. This is quite common in Dyson Sphere Program with these, with both hydrogen and, I mean, you've seen it this series. It's happened a ton. It's just par for the course. Nice. Solar cell life, level 4. Now again, the next couple of techs are going to finish pretty quickly. Okay, we are having some collision issues now, which is to be expected when you build power plants in this way without any space between them. So now I'm only going to be able to build these 2 columns of power plants. Unless I did some special construction, which, you know, I could do. But for now, I'm just going to copy-paste stuff like this. So power situation should be completely, like, even better now. Yeah. We're fine. And power situation has been fine. You can see moments where it got a little bit dicey, but this planet, for the past 10 hours of gameplay, has been set. Alright, so it seems like the oil situation is evening out. How much... I could definitely help it along a little bit by flipping this path. I'll flip it back once the shortage is cleared, but we have several refineries that still aren't functioning at the moment, which is part of the reason this is full. It's a little bit unusual for this tank to be completely full. Alright, I just emptied my oil into that. Okay, and now it looks like we can flip the path again. So there could still be a little bit of backup here, but I think I'll get by. Let's see how this does. No, it's backing up pretty substantially still. With the current rate of usage of these items. That is fascinating. And remember, we're going to stop burning refined oil when we start importing sulfuric acid. So, yeah. Okay, well, I mean, I could just build another... You know what? Let's do like another entire row or two. I guess I should say another column or two of these. I think that's the sensible approach. Also, why do I have those Tesla towers where I have them? That's... Oh, I see why. Because at one point, that was the only way. That makes sense. At one point, that was the only way for me to get power transmitted up there. That's a line that's going up that direction. That makes sense. All right, so I still wish they would let me build using the stuff that is clearly available to me in my logistic slots. Can we just agree on that? All right, and that is the most I'm going to be able to do. So that is a significant power jump. And also, hopefully, a significant jump in the productivity of oil. Because, I mean, we're producing plenty of oil, but we're producing so much that we weren't able to keep it flowing. So let's temporarily shut down this path again, and I'm going to look at the same test a second time. I want to see if we're going to watch this empty out. It's emptying out right now. There it goes. Look next to the refiners. You can see the line starting to clear when you watch the refined oil. Okay, so now it's... Okay, now it's cleared out. So now let's flip the path again. So now this particular storage is dumping. And what we want to see is that, just to be clear on what I've been looking at, because maybe I didn't explain it very thoroughly. What we want to see right now is that even when this storage is dumping, I don't want to see this line backing up. And it's still happening. Because we just need to be burning a huge amount of oil. So I'm going to set up one more row. I'm determined because this oil shortage has been so tenacious. It's been such a problem. You know what? You know what? Watch this. So this is just a crude oil transmission line. Look at those bots go. So satisfying once you get them fully upgraded. You remember what it was like in episode 1? When I just had 3 and they would like slowly plod out along a particular line. If I was putting down a conveyor belt, it would just take forever. And now it's like almost instantaneous. It's glorious. All right, you know what? I'm going to build these first. Let's try that. I almost never do that, but I totally can. Oh, it actually didn't build the sorters. That's fascinating. Wasn't expecting that. Am I out of thermal power plants? Yes, I am. Holy crap. I didn't realize I was already out. Well, I will have to build more. Because we need to be burning down that oil. But some additional things that I can do in the meantime. Just offloading all that crude that I picked up. There we go. Let's put this here, put you there, and now the inventory is finally starting to look a little bit cleaner. Which I love. So another thing that I think I want to have stored in my inventory, I don't think I need quantum chips in my inventory. I think that's a little bit excessive. I would rather have wind turbines. Because I need these produced as well. So wind turbines and solar for that matter. Interesting. What can I sacrifice? What do I not need in my inventory? I probably don't need glass. Honestly. So let's clear that, and we'll use this as our slot for solar panels. And I want to have like at least 800 solar panels, and we can go to Alpha Andromedae 4 to have these set up. Because we can just grab a bunch, and we can set them up to be distributed properly. So let's also take a look at what's required for wind power. Because having these set up will allow us to just much more easily set up new outposts as necessary. So we need iron ingots, we need gears, and was that magnetic coils that I saw? It was. Alright. Iron ingots. Gears. Already going that way. Iron ingots already going this way. Alright, so I'm still seeing gears. Gears going out this way now. Okay, so a lot of these resources are like already in very close proximity of each other, which I freaking love. So, and these are still iron ingots going out to what? Oh, yeah, that's right, because they're needed for these. Okay, well, we have a solution then. All right, so these gears need to be... Can I just elevate you immediately? Can I do that? No. I'm going to have to bring you on the ground for just a second. Now I can elevate you. Perfect. Perfection. And then what I can do here is this. All right, so that's the metal in the gears. And then we need one more thing. What was it? Oh, yeah, the magnetic coils. Huh. If only I were on a side of my base where I had tons and tons of magnetic coils just waiting to be brought to this particular spot. Oh, wait. I am. It's beautiful. All right, so let's have just... I'll be a little bit extra. There's a good argument that I don't need 2 buildings producing these. But I'll be a little bit extra. Why not? All right, there's that. And now, let's see, we already have them coming this direction, so it's just a matter of... bringing them in. Ooh, although I'm going to have to finagle this a little bit. Let's see what we can work out. I think it should be fine. I think I can do 1, 2, 3. Perfect. There we go. And now we'll just have an output line. You know the drill. And we'll need to do a quick splitter. Didn't quite make our way through the research the way that I was hoping. But I think by the end of the next episode, we will have finished maybe all of these. We'll see how it goes. Let's put the splitter down. Okay, now if I say to you that I want at least... let's say at least 800. Didn't mean to move that. There we go. All right. All right, so just a control click on the bots real quick. And now they're going to bring me those. Easy peasy. Now they have to bring them to me one at a time because they're still being actively produced, but that is a huge step in the right direction. Let me go ahead and offload that glass that I have sitting in my inventory so that I don't end this episode. What's going on here? Oh yeah, we're doing so well with our energetic graphite production at the moment that the main tower from the old base is full, but that's okay. Let me see if I can give this glass to any thirsty buildings. Ray transmission efficiency level 3, very good. And we're almost at the 30-minute mark, so I suppose I shall have to end the episode, shan't I? Shall I? Shan't I? Can I say either? No, probably not. Mostly awake now. That's the good news. Let's see. Oh, you know what? Yeah, this is an easy spot. Let's just get rid of that there. Perfect. And with that, that's a good chunk of the housekeeping out of the way. I do have some proliferator paint that I can offload. best place to do so would be here. And then I have blue proliferator paints, which I don't think, that's not going to be as easy for me to just offload, but that's okay. Okay, I'm going to stop this episode here. Let me take a quick look at what's going on. Are these just the... All right, these are the magnets, and I think that these are slowly going to start filling back up. Let's see where these are going real quick. Yeah, we might still need to do more with the production of magnets, because I don't think that we're getting enough produced, all considered. But it might also be that that production line is still recovering. So we'll take a look at that at the beginning of the next episode. And as I mentioned, we are getting close to being done with the research that we've queued up. And as soon as we've finished this fourth technology down the line, we will have the ability to send resources back and forth between stars and finally start exporting things from Zeta Aurae, which is already set up to export and has already been stockpiling resources to be sent back and forth. So we'll be able to import quite profoundly from other worlds. And another thing I might do near the beginning of the next episode is go ahead and set up these import towers to pull in those resources. And I also need to set up Alpha Andromedae 4 to pull in resources from the Zeta system, from Zeta Aurae as well, because Zeta Aurae is bringing in silicon for when that planet runs out of silicon. So it's just a little bit of a fail-safe, so to speak, a stopgap, in order to make sure that that situation does not become any worse. It also looks like we need to check in on our processor production. So I think a visit to our original resource outpost is going to be in order. Anything else? I mean, there's probably a ton of things, but nothing we can't get to in the next episode. See, this is what happens. I have so much fun playing this game that, like, I don't even want to end single episodes when I'm like, you know, you could just start another one, Hadrian. It would just play the next day. So I'm going to stop myself. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this one, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If it's not your first time, or even your second, look for the join button to access unique emotes, badges, and other perks. New episodes are coming out every day at noon U.S. Eastern Time, and comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next time.